My eyes are different colors. This is sometimes called heterochromia iridium. My version is sectoral or partial, rather than complete, meaning that there are multiple colors within each eye, rather than each eye being one different color. For a better idea of the difference, example celebrities with complete heterochromia are Mila Kunis and Katie McGrath, while Dominic Sherwood and Elizabeth Berkley are examples of sectoral heterochromia. Took some googling to find that out. My left eye has a large brown ring around the pupil, and then the rest of the eye is green. My right eye has a similar brown ring, and then is mostly blue, aside from a gray patch. Sectoral heterochromia isn't super common, but it's inherited. So my dad and his mom both have it. Nan has it in both eyes while Dad has it in one. My eyes get a lot of attention. I always felt insecure about them as it's usually the first thing people notice about me, and I hate the asymmetrical aspect. I also had people ask me about my eyes a lot, but the majority of people asking me are usually little kids, so I don't mind as much as I do when a grown adult asks me about it. I know kids are naturally curious, but with adults, I expect some restraint, I guess. The same way I, as a 19-year-old, don't ask random people on the street why they're blonde or why they have freckles. So I popped down the shops this morning, took a bus there, did my shopping, so far so good. Then I went outside, bags in hand, only to find out that I missed the bus. I had about 20 minutes to wait, so I sat down on one end of the bench until the bus arrived. Unfortunately, it was sunny. It's rarely sunny in Ireland. We prefer rain. And when it's sunny, the sun reflects on my eyes and makes the color changes more obvious. And while it's cloudy, my eyes usually just look blue with the brown rings. I usually carry sunglasses just because my eyes are more noticeable in sun. So I popped the sunglasses on, but I didn't have them with me today. Today all I had was my normal glasses, which I were to fix my nearsightedness, but they don't fit very well. Keep forgetting to get them fit properly. So when I don't strictly need them, I have them in my pocket or hanging on my shirt collar. After about 5 minutes, a ma'am, entitled mom, and a little girl, entitled kid, sat down on the other end of the bench to my right. I saw EK sliding closer to me out of the corner of my eye, and I turned a little towards her. Hi. Hi. Why is your eye like that? It's in my other eye, too. From her angle, she could see the blue, brown, gray eye. So I turned so she could see the green, brown eye. Ike was smiling, so I gave her the explanation I reserve for kids. I was born like this. I got it from my dad, who got it from Nan. It just means my eyes are different colors. That's so cool. I want that. It's not really something you can get, I'm afraid. I noticed that Ike has blue eyes and can see blue in EM's eye, even though she isn't turned towards me. I look like this because my dad and Nanny look like this. You have eyes that are blue all over, and you got that from your mom. Yeah, here her name comes out. Oh, sorry. Hope she's not bothered. She sees my eyes, sees the sunglasses hanging from my collar. Where'd you get those contacts? They're my eyes. They're so pretty. Don't you like them, EK? Yes, Mammy. Where'd you get those contacts? EK likes them, and I want to get her some. They're not contacts. They're my eyes. Trying to joke and seeing the crucifix on her neck. They look ridiculous, but they're what God gave me. Oh, give over. You must have gotten them from somewhere. Lists a few local shops that sell cosmetics. No, they really are just how my eyes look. It's called hetero. Look, just stop being a cow and tell us where you got them, and we'll leave you alone. Okay, I'll tell you. Yes, my dad. And where did he get them from? His ma'am. And she got them from where? Either her mom or dad. We're not sure. It's an eye color. It's genetic. I cannot make it any clearer. What do you want from me here? EK likes them. Just give us your contacts. Holds our hand expectantly. Oh yeah? Just give me a second while I remove my in eyes. And even if they were contacts, you must know it's not safe to share. Your kid looks much too young for them. I can't even wear them now. I'm 19. You have no right to tell me how to parent my child and when you use that kind of language in front of her. I'm not meaning to be rude, but I feel like I really can't be clearer here. They're my eyes. I was born with an uneven distribution of melanin in my eyes, so by the time I was 3, they looked like this. I thought you were born like that. I was born blue-eyed, but it developed like this. No outside factors and not contacts either. Promise. Don't you me? Eyes like that aren't natural. Just stop being selfish and give me your contacts to EK. EK somehow says over this, Mommy, tell her to stop lying. I want them. Now look what you did. She won't stop crying unless you get them over here now. They're literally my eyes. I'm sort of attached to them. I wish there was a cool ending here, but it just went on and on like this. She never put her hands on me, but she continued to screech about Iki wanting my eyes, insisting they were contacts and calling me selfish until the bus came. The bus apparently wasn't the same one EM and AK were getting because they stayed at the stop, and I hopped on and went home. And the whole bus just kidding. Although someone on the bus recognized EM and called her a B on her best days. So I'm guessing this wasn't a one-off thing. Edit. I'll post a pic of my eyes tomorrow when my phone is shut. Okay. I mean, have you noticed about studying your eyes? Because my eyes are both brown. Literally my brown eyes. And someone has blue eyes and the green eyes. Would you want to explain for this one? Because I have Todoroki. For example, he has one a little brownish eyes, and the other one has a light blue eyes. The one is the brown eye is from his mom, and the one as the teal, no, the cyan eyes on his left, it was from his dad, Endeavor. And people saying that there are different eye colors are contacts. They're not contacts. It's just eyes. It borns that way. I mean, she born that way. Or it's those. It's a genetic, so it's a play of a luck right here. Well, God is your luck to have any kinds of eyes that you're going to see. You have two different eyes. I don't know what's wrong about it. They're born with different eyes. Heterochromia. It's a freaking heterochromia. They have different eye colors. I don't have I don't have a heterochromia. Todoroki does. I just set that up for example for him because they have different ones. Yo, okay, so I just took a flyer for vacation and met such a Karen. She had the haircut and everything. I just landed so hopefully I'm not too disoriented. So how our plane works is there open seating and you pay to get on first. There is family boarding so fans can stay together between groups A and B, and that's where we start. Here's the cast: entire mom, Karen, D for dad, me, the real OG. Okay, so we usually get to the airport an hour early to prep for traffic, security, etc. So we get to our gate and are chilling for about 45 minutes when a group starts boarding. They have a special place where families wait. So we can get in line and about 5 minutes later Karen herself showed up. Me and my two brothers are traveling alone. Our dad just had to drop us off at the gate. EM cuts in front of the entire line. What are you doing? I'm boarding with my group. What do you think you're doing standing over here? That isn't your group. Stop trying to get in front of everyone. Now that she's getting mad at this point, and when she's flailing her arm, I see her ticket, and sure enough, she's the dead last boarder. She's B31. It goes A1 to A60, then B1 to B60, and so on. Our flight has 91 people on it, so she was last. My dad sees her ticket here and confronts her about it. No, you're not boarding with your group. You're trying to get into a bear group. I'm not. I have a legal right to board when I want. I pay for the seat on here. Fast forward to when she tries to get on the plane. The flight attendant heard it all, and when the EM went to scan her ticket, she got sent to the back of the line and was last to the board. After the flight, she came up to me and said this gem. That was so rude what your dad said to me before the flight. You need to apologize this instant. No, I really don't, because I don't want to and don't have anything to apologize for. You need to learn you respect your elders. No, I only respect people who respect me, and I don't want to. She humps away, and now I'm away to chill with my cousin for a week. And I don't know what happened to her. Alright, hear me out. Their families are boarding from Group A, and this entire mom from Group B. Okay, you cannot be in the same flight. Well, she's from Group B. You gotta have a Group B, and you're scanning here, and they have to make sure that everything is in order. She has to be the last person on the flight. She is the 91st person of the flight. So, yeah, you gotta make sure you've been arranged because her dad, he was fuming. He was fuming to entitled mom for cutting this as a line. That was disrespectful. You gotta have to be in line like everybody else and not being a little bit about it. I'm not gonna say it in the B word. Say bit about it. So don't cut yourself in line, or you're gonna get back. Don't cut in. Don't cut in the line, or you're gonna get back to the bus, or worse, no more flight to anywhere. Especially in Jamaica. It was real nice. Hello, Reddit. This is my first post here in English. It's not my first language, so I'm so sorry. If there are any mistakes, also, I'm on mobile. Here are the cast. Me. What a surprise. F, a friend. EM, entitled Dip Dip. K, Dip's kid. K is Dip's kid, but he didn't do anything. S was scared. Alright. This whole story happened a few years ago. I arrived with my friend at the festival, which we planned to visit for almost a year. We booked the warm-up party, and therefore we were at the camp one day early while my friend and I were waiting in the line at the entrance. I noticed a woman and her child slowly coming towards us, and when we're the ones going through the check-in, the EM tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, I had no ticket for my angel. Can I please have yours? The kid looked like he was around 15 years old, and the minimum age was 16. This is how it is in Australia. No, I paid for this ticket, and I'm here to enjoy the festival with my friend, pointing to the F. My friend. How dare you? My little boy deserves to go to this festival more than anyone, especially more than a criminal like you. I have a few tattoos. I heard enough jokes about being a criminal because of having tattoos. Listen, ma'am. One, is your kid even 16? If not, he isn't even allowed to be here. Two, if you want him to visit this festival, you should buy him a ticket and not disturb other visitors who actually own tickets. I was quite frustrated, but luckily I was the next person going through the security check-in. As I gave the security my ticket, I received my wristband. I felt something sharp on my arm. This bitch started cutting the wristband. What are you doing? You don't deserve visiting such a place. At this point, the security stepped in and took a pocket knife them out of EM's hand. Ma'am, you should better leave, or we will call the police and let them arrest you. She became pale like a skeleton. It took her kid and started running away. The security offered me a new wristband. I even got a beer for free for the trouble. In the end, I enjoyed the whole festival. To LDR, EM tries to make me give her child my festival ticket. When I refuse, she starts cutting my wristband and she gets scared by the security. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, so when you're at when you're gonna go to a festival, you always have a ticket with you. But the ticket, when you're gonna buy a ticket, you have to be at least 16 years old. That kid is 15 years old. He's too young to be at the festival. Come on. He has he's 1 year away. It's like you're too young to drive like a car. Okay, so you gotta figure out that she's trying to get the ticket for this kid. Man, again, the kid is not supposed to be here. Okay, he's underage, and she tries to cut it with a pocket knife. I, I I don't know why. I don't know why she bring a pocket knife and cut her the wrist and cut off that wristband. That doesn't make sense. Again, she doesn't deserve the entitlement. So suck up. Okay, so this happened about 4 months ago, and I just forgot to post it. It's a short one. EM entitled mother. See child, me, of course. So I was taking a bus home from school, just chilling on my phone, listening to some Scarl XRD. Hashtag best artist. When this mother and her kid sits down, now she doesn't look like a Karen, but I bet her name could be Karen. There's that rolls around. She was just glaring at me from the side. She was sitting the seat next to me. When she jinks my earbuds out, aren't you going to stop button for us? Huh? I'm so confused. I was just looking at her. Are you going to click us for us or not? What do you mean? I was just super confused right now. You better click the button, you disrespectful little brat. Why would you ever expect me to click it for you? You literally have one on the wall. Who raised you? Click the button or I'll call the police. For what? You're being disrespectful little brat who can't listen to adults. Then I just put my headphones in again and cut her off. The internet's called police for not clicking the stop button on the bus because reaching 10 centimeters is too hard. 10 centimeters is too hard, unquote. Man, you can't you can't have like this. Entitlement or father cannot let you push the button for them. Why can't just push the stop button for themselves? Don't ask them. Like, just don't ask them. Like, they're like close to each other. Okay, seriousness. I was in the bus and okay, when you're sitting in the bus, I was in the bus. There's like a wall. There's like a freaking wall. There's like no the string, the yellow string. All you gotta do is pull that out. Pull that out. The same for a stop, or just to press the button. No, to press the stop button. Let them do the work. Okay, you just don't let them say unless you have two working hands. Let somebody unless you have working hands and push the button. You can't just push the button and just tell them listen to adult. Let the entitlement push for themselves. Cause 10 centimeters is too hard. You can't even reach it. Are your hands like a freaking T-Rex? Are there? I mean, is entitled mother's arms were like T-Rex? They can't reach the button, huh? That's why you don't deserve the entitlement. Alright, let's get the last one. And hopefully this could be... Ooh, this is pretty interesting. Hi everyone, I'm a long time lurker and a first time poster. Although English is not my first language, I am fluent, so I feel free to point out any spelling or grammar errors. Also, I'm not posting this on my phone, so feel free to tear me to shreds. Hopefully you're okay, because I know English is not your first language. When I was a kid, English isn't my first language. So, that's okay. We'll get used to it. Anyway, this story involves my own father. My father has been an entitled, insane, and abusive person. I have many stories of his inexcusable behavior, but I figured that this story would be a good place to start. Keep in mind that this story took place about 15 years ago, so the way that Chuck E. Cheese handled the situation might have changed since then. Now, to start the story. So I was in the third grade, I believe. This probably made me 8 at the time that this happened. My sister was most likely 5, and she was a kindergartner. My parents both worked 2 jobs since they were immigrants from a war-torn Eastern European country. They did basically whatever they could to get food on the table. I remember waking up early in the morning because I wanted to help my mom deliver newspapers in the morning. Anyway, it was rare that either of my parents would take the time to do something fun with us. We were struggling with money, so when my dad asked me, my sister, if we wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese's, we freaked out. And of course, we begged to go. When we got there, everything was pretty normal. My dad was actually in a good mood for once. Usually, he was very grumpy and quiet, unless you were doing something wrong. If that was the case, he would scream at you until you cried. So, after our hands got stamped with invisible ink, we walked up the corn. We walked up to the counter to buy tokens and pizza. We were standing a little off to the side looking at the menu, and it's important to note that we weren't technically even in the line yet. The family who came in after us went up to the counter too, but because they were ready to order, the workers started taking their order. They went to the register. We were still off to the side. This caused my dad to immediately start to freak the out. In his eyes, this family cut him in line, which somehow meant that they considered to be dirt. He started screaming immediately, and my sister and I covered our ears and looked at the ground, since this was not our first time an incident like this happened. How dare you cut us in line? We were here first. We were just about to order you. You cut us. You should be banned. Get out of line. Oh my god, sir, I'm sorry. I thought you were still looking at the. I don't care about your dumb excuses, you mother. Get out of line. Sir, please calm down. If you can't calm down, I'm going to ask you to leave. This, you, this place. I didn't ask to be here. Points at this poor ma. Because you, my kids aren't going to be able to have a good time. You ruined their day. You. My dad was fuming. There would be steam coming out from his ears if it were physically possible. So he grabbed me and my sister by our arms, and painfully, I might add, started dragging us toward the exit. He threw the velvet rope thing down and started stomping towards the door. Now, if you're not familiar with how Chuck E. Cheese works, they stamp your hand for a reason. They do this so that they can verify that everyone in your party actually came in together to protect the children from kidnapping and stuff like that. There wasn't any employee at the exit at this very second, so instead of waiting for our hands to be checked like a normal person, my dad tried to avoid that security measure all of a sudden. This immediately caught the attention of the employee. My dad was to scream at it. Sir, stop! What are you doing? You can't get charged for kidnapping if we don't. You! Leave me the alone, you racist! They were both white? Dad, stop! You need to check our. Shut up! Don't talk back to me! We're leaving! I don't remember how, because I was too busy crying to notice, but somehow the manager was able to lock the doors and prevent us from leaving. We were informed that the police were called, and my sister was crying and begging the employees to just check our hands so that we could leave. We were both scared that we are going to get in a lot of trouble because of this when we got home, especially since my mother wasn't around to help de-escalate the situation. However, the employee basically told us that it was too late, so they refused to check our hands and let us leave. When the police came, my dad tried to physically fight the police and the manager, but didn't get very far. Somehow my dad didn't get arrested that day. We were all just kicked out of the Chuck E. Cheese's, and my dad was banned for life. The entire ride home, my dad was bitten and cussing out everyone in the store, especially the officer named Carlos. I don't remember what happened after that. disciplinary man saying entitled father couldn't deal with being cut in line, so it decides to throw a tantrum, almost got charged with kidnapping, and tried to assault police officers and a Chuck E. Cheese employee. Okay, so this one is a totally different because this is not someone getting entitled person, entitled to someone else's parents. This one is very, very different because this is gonna be her point of view of how her dad was being entitled to become just being a little serious and just not going to work out. I mean, really, why would you just get Ray? Why would he be so angry in the first place? And they just cut themselves in line. They would just were in order. He just weren't ordered because of this, and now he just threatening themselves, throwing themselves a tantrum. Now the police are just coming over. Oh my God, everything is, everything it just went downhill, and they're now kicked out. But her dad just banned. This wasn't okay. Oh my God, this is just a little bit turning over for just the one family member who's being entitled. They cannot get into this. This is what he gets from just screaming out this is loud and just not realizing what his behavior is going to be. So you're not gonna go back to Chuck E. Cheese, so no fun, I suppose. Alright, that's the end of Entitled Parents. And doing this again. Boy, I'm really tired right now. Let me just end the video, and I will see you next time.